Yer, what is good, everybody? It's Unbeatable Jacob. We'll just hop right into it. I mean, it was quite the run, so we're just gonna cover it all. Started off the day, getting air codes just like everybody else. We skipped to about 16 minutes in. My chat starts telling me you can finally get a game. So first game we load into, I see Devin Booker on the court, I see Dame on the court, and I see Yao on the court. So I'm just thinking in my head like, all right, pretty typical first game for a 250k. Like, this guy probably is going to be okay, but we should flood him pretty quick. So I come out the gate swinging. I already have my play style down for what I'm trying to do for qualifiers. A lot of people don't realize that the qualifier gameplay is a lot different than a competitive type gameplay, because it's really just coming down to making dudes quit as fast as possible. Also, it's on pretty much rookie, so just shooting anything. So right now, my whole thought process is just get Yao into picking pots, because I know he won't be able to hedge at all, and it's working pretty much perfectly. But the only issue is, like, I'm just not getting stops on the other end. So offensively, I know what I'm doing here, just trying to get stops. It's really the only thing holding me back, and Yao's just dunking all over me. He also had that free agent Giannis, so I'm like, all right, like, it is what it is. This guy's team is odd, but we have to stay locked, especially first game. I was still feeling quite a bit of adrenaline and stuff, so had to stay locked. And of course, he has this Hoff clamps Giannis sitting on ball. But pretty simple with that Yao on the floor offensively, just putting him in pick and pops, making him deal with it. And finally here, after going kind of back and forth for a bit, finally starting to break away a bit in the second half, get myself up 10, 11 points type work. And, we're just kind of putting him away, especially because his bench was pretty awful. Not that his starters were anything special, but we're chilling, First game, I know not to put on too much pressure yet. Don't need to get a quit first game right off rip. It's a long 4 hours, so I'm just kind of chilling, just trying to make sure I stay locked and make sure that I can put this dude away proper and then just get up out of here and on to the next one. And that's exactly what I do here throughout the third quarter. Just working it inside out because his bench was so bad. I knew that would be easy enough to get open. Finally get a charge here, up 15, and he's up out of there to get my first quit. So I'm feeling pretty good, That wasn't ideal. Didn't get a quit in the first quarter like a lot of people did. Puts me into 51st place after my first game. Not a big deal. Okay, cool, perfect. Second game, load in, see the dudes running just a pretty middle of the road team. He's got dudes like Blake Griffin out there. He's got free agent Luka. So I'm like, all right, not a big deal. And then he just starts throwing scaries. So I'm like, perfect. Time to just put him away. I'm starting to feel myself a little bit, starting to get warmed up. I'm like, awesome, great, perfect second matchup. Like, all I was trying to do at this point was just avoid the big dogs. Just get these middle of the road type teams. They got a few free agent cards, seems to be the norm, but just nothing crazy. So same thing as last game, really just trying to run pick and rolls, get myself open and shoot the ball because, like I said, this is on pretty much rookie, so it's impossible to miss. Shooting the lights out, perfect, great. First quarter, already pretty much up 10. I just need to rely on getting a quit now, so I'm thinking in my head the best way to get a quit without pissing somebody off is just playing the way I play, Don't send OD double teams or anything like that. Just let him shoot himself out of the game, and that's all we're trying to do, man. I'm getting to the rack a little bit here, switching things up, just kind of chilling. This game, I'm not really feeling too much pressure yet, but I'm thinking in my head, like, just don't get stalled. That's really what I'm thinking for the second game. I saw I was in 51st. I knew I had to play a little bit of catch up, and man, I wish they never patched the walk back. See, that's not overpowered. That's just him playing too low. But thankfully here, things are starting to go my way. I'm getting all the momentum. I'm up 20 points in the second quarter, so I'm like, all right, great. He calls a timeout. I start getting a little scared. He's fine, though. He doesn't call anything more than one timeout. Perfect, sounds good. Pass the ball to 80 in the corner. Green one more. That puts me up like 22 points, and he's still just throwing scaries, shooting heavy. So at this point, I'm thinking in my head like, all right, just chill, relax, don't get upset. Like, just extend this lead as much as you can. It's all you got to do. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Getting out on the break, throwing it up to Kobe, hitting down the shot, and we're chilling, man. 42-17 in the second quarter. Get a Wayne steal. Just make sure he knows that I'm not settling down a bit. It's going to be a flood. You're going to lose, so either get up out of the game one way or another. I do throw kind of a bad pass there. I don't know. It's kind of the game just being silly, but right here, I'm just thinking, like, don't even give him, like, a little bit of a thought process that he can get back in the game. He actually holds in it until about the end of the third quarter here. I'm up 30, more of the same, just throwing the ball side to side because this dude's not really that great, not really playing defense. I'm just hoping he finally quits up out of here. He doesn't. It's the fourth quarter now. Score 72-35. I'm blowing him out. He's not really stalling me or calling timeouts or anything, so I'm like, all right, not a big deal. That's okay. Not the end of the world. Like, just win this game by 40, 50 points, and you'll be just fine. But he does finally go ahead and quit out when I'm up 37. So, not a bad second game. Can't really complain. A 37-point win. Didn't even take the full game. And all of a sudden, I shoot up to 7th. I'm like, okay, cool. Great. That's perfect. 7th, that's right where I want to be. Not a big deal at all. Just need to walk in. I see Rudy Gobert on the floor. He's not even playing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't recognize the username. Quits right away. Great. Sweet. On to the next. We'll take it. And I already know I was in 7th then. Perfect. I'm going to move up to 6th. I only get 8 points, but if you look closely on the right side, they had me a 2nd now. So I take a little screenshot. I'm like, yeah, I'm a 2nd. Come on. 50 minutes in 2nd place. That's right where I want to be, man. Just get to the top and stay there is pretty much all I'm thinking. And now I'm 2 or 3 games in. I hadn't really played it all the morning of. I played 1 warm-up game. So I'm starting to get warmed up, man. About an hour in playing is normally when I'm at my best. And right now, I'm locked. This dude's got Gilbert. He's got Anthony Davis. He's got LeBron. He's got Harden. So he's got the right squad. I'm like, all right, cool. This might be my first comp game, but I need to walk in and get him up out of here because I'm in 2nd and I'm just trying to stay there. And I just start playing out of my mind, man. You guys will see, knockdown, perfect. He throws it up court, great. I'm just gonna play free safety here with my center, let him shoot some bullshit, great. Rebound, we're running up the court. Nothing's really open. Let me just go ahead and try and get open with Isaiah. Nothing here in the paint. Look at Melo. Icon pass, dot, bang. Just like that, 45 seconds into the game, I'm up 8-0. Licking my chops. I'm in 2nd place. This game's looking like it's gonna go well. I'm just thinking in my head, all right, great. Don't get stalled. This guy isn't as great as his team looks. He's throwing baited passes, and I'm chilling, really. I'm chilling. I'm not really worried about it. I'm okay. That's great. He gets on the mic at this point and says, what do you do for a living? So you can kind of see me laughing a little bit here. I'm just like, all right, bro. If he's asking that either means he's going to quit or he's going to stall me. So I just keep doing the same thing. I don't respond. I'm not trying to go back and forth with anybody when I'm in 2nd right now, an hour in. I'm like, all right, cool. Just keep playing your game. Just see how long I can shut him out, really, is pretty much all I'm thinking in my head. Because offensively, I'm just not missing at this point. I'm locked in. I'm just seeing everything on the floor. He's not playing great defense, so it's really not that hard to do. Getting inbound steals now. Hitting shots off the dribble with the Kembe. Everything is really just going my way at this point. And I'm just, okay, great. Keep throwing them. Perfect. Sounds good. Just not startled. It's not a bad spot to be at all in 250K when you're up 28-3. And the game's eventually just all right, bro. Here's a free bucket. Go ahead and take one. And shortly after that, he was like, all right, if that's the only way I can score, I'm getting up out of here. 31-5. I'm pretty stoked at this point. We're about just over an hour, I believe. We'll show it in a second here and I was in 2nd before that game. A 31-5 quit in the first quarter. I'm thinking is gonna put me into 1st for the time being, but there's still so much time to go. I'm just really not trying to get too hyped up or stressed, but you guys can see what happens here. Speed it up. It won't let me out of the loading screen. So now I'm sick. I get on the mic with my boys. Okay, I get an error code. I'm so worried, but they gave me the win. Cool. Great. I'm in 2nd still. Perfect. I was stunned. I thought when I saw that error code, I was definitely done. But when I loaded into this game, I saw something almost as bad as an error code. Maybe not quite as bad, but I was shook. Can you guys see what's next to his feet? Yeah, that's a 2K League logo. Great, perfect. I'm in 2nd right now, an hour in. I almost just got coded, and now I gotta play somebody in the 2K League. So I can't lie, I'm a little shook at this point. I'm sitting here thinking, all right, this dude's gonna sweat me. I know I heard C-Mars say I played 2 comp games on my road to 250. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, this is gonna be one of the 2 comp games I'm gonna have to play if I qualify. So let me just go ahead and walk in and win this. I totally change up my play style here compared to when I was playing those other dudes, and I just play this like a game of, it's like a tournament game. Not really trying to run and gun anything crazy. I'm just playing it straight up like a tournament game, you know, a lot more pass fakes, a lot more patience. Game's still gonna hoe me, and I'm just trying to be okay with all of it right now. Just kind of taking it all in, seeing what he does, because I honestly wasn't familiar with him. It's Doug's from the Charlotte Hornets 2K League team. He plays power forward, so I'm just trying to feel it out. And pretty quickly I realized, okay, he's not a point guard, because he's not really dribbling like any other league type point guard is really, but he's just playing smart. So I was just kind of guessing that he was either a big or a forward, which I was right, because at the time I wasn't familiar with him. But nevertheless, it's really just what you'd expect out of a competitive type game. We're just playing sideways. He scores, I score, he gets a stop, I get a stop. I'm starting to break it open a little bit here in the second quarter with a 5-point lead, but against a dude in the league, like, I know how unsafe that is, so I'm just really sticking to my guns, playing a lot slower pace than I was playing in those previous games, and just doing anything I can to get the win, really. He's bringing his wilt down low, getting and ones, making sure he stays in the game with 1 second left in the second half, just trying to go into halftime with a lead, but he's greening free throws with wilt, trying to do everything to make sure that I don't. But we're going to go into halftime here with a 2-point lead. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Just got to play this like I'd play any other comp game. It's totally okay. Like, it is what it is. Just get me out of this game, and I'll get back to having some sweet matchups. Not a worry in the world. Totally fine. I'm hitting off leaner threes with Ron Boone. Like, I'm still playing really well. Like, I mean, obviously, if I'm keeping up with a 2K League player, like, this dude gets paid to play 2K. I get paid to do tech sales. There's a reason why I don't get paid to play this game, you know, because I'm not like that. But the thing is, you really don't need to be like that to qualify. You just got to be pretty damn good at the game and get pretty lucky. He's going crazy with the press. I paged him real quick. Go ahead and get myself up 4 going into the end of the third quarter. And, you know, I know what it is here, you know. I know what it is. It's a low-scoring, competitive type game that I just need to close out and move on so I can get back to playing some more bums, hopefully. That's all I'm thinking in my head. Just forget about the rest of the 250K. Just play. Get a really good pluck in the backcourt. Kind of lucky, but it is what it is. Get myself up 6. I still know with even 3 minutes left, 6 points is not enough cushion whatsoever, especially against a dude like this. But I get another lucky pluck. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Great. Like, everything's kind of going my way. I'm smacking in whites. I'm happy. All right, great. Yeah, cool. Like, I'm not even shook because things are going my way. Yeah, he's playing well too, but I'm playing well and things are going my way. So I'm just liking my odds at this point, just trying to take things one game at a time or one quarter at a time at this point even, or even one possession at a time when I was in the middle of this at this very moment. So, you know, I'm putting myself up 4 with a nice patient layup. I go ahead and botch a 3 with the Kembe, which got me a little scared. So now he's got the ball down 4 with a minute left. He's going to get into Larry, who puts up a terrible dunk, and I get the ball back. I'm like, all right, cool. Just hold the ball, burn clock. Hold the ball, burn clock. And then I get baited into throwing some garbage, man. So now he's got another shot at it. He's coming down the court here. I'm just trying to see if I can get one stop. I know that's really all I need at this point is one stop, and then we can play the foul game if that's really what we need to do. So one stop, and we can play the foul game. I'm like, all right, fine. That's totally okay. Just one stop. Can we get it? Of course we can. AD's going wide to the hoop. And then the Kembe bails me out with a snatch, man. You can see it in my face. I'm like, holy shit. Because that wasn't even me, bro. I'm pretty sure that was my CPU. And then I finally put him away with 1-3 from Harden, green, wide open. I'm like, all right, awesome. I know I'm out of this now. 7 points with 25 seconds left. I'm like, all right, cool. Just like the faster you can quit now, my man, like the better off for me. Because I'm just trying to get back into playing some bums. So I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, great. I just beat a 2K League player. Like, everything's going my way. When I started this game, I was in second. I just played a competitive game where things went my way and I played really well. Now there's only an hour and a half into the tournament. You know, it's still early, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Everything's going my way. I'm getting some easy matchups. The tough matchups I'm getting out of the way early, and I'm still winning the game. So I'm like, all right, let's lock in. That's totally okay. Like, I'm hyped. Like, I really am at this point. I'm about to load back in here. Just got done beating a league player. Load back in, see myself in the top 5 still. I'm like, all right, yeah, like this really might be my day that I qualify. Like, Who knows? Because I really don't have experience playing qualifiers. I've only played one qualifier my whole entire life because I was on Next Gen last year, and I just didn't care about the game like that in 20. It says 15 here on the board, but if you look on the right side, it still has me at third. I start seeing MJ's up there, Danny Rifle, Kenny Zeus. So I'm like, all right, so now it's starting to look like a leaderboard. Like some of those dudes are the dudes who ended up qualifying. So I load into a game. This dude's got Mutombo, he's got Kawhi, but then he's got some weird players on the floor like Giddy. So I really don't know what to make of it. Honestly, I was kind of under the impression that this guy just sucked, especially off of the tip. He's throwing inbounds passes right into my hand. He's got Josh Giddey on the floor, so I'm like, all right, like this should be a flood. Like I really shouldn't worry about it. I'm trying to go back to the way I was playing before I played Doug's, which is just more like shoot anything, and that's exactly what I'm doing in the first quarter, just running off screen, shooting anything. But, here's where it all went wrong, man. Here's where it all went wrong. 15-7. I try and throw a double, it doesn't work. He's open, it hits a three, and I'm just like still in flood mode. Throw a scary. I'm in flood mode. I'm seeing blood. Like I expect this guy to be terrible. So I'm seeing blood. I'm just like, all right, go. Go. I was up 15-7 2 seconds ago. Throw another bad pass, and all of a sudden the game's tied up. You can see it in my face. I'm like, man, like I'm just stunned. I really am. I'm just stunned. I'm like, okay, I guess. I thought you sucked. I mean, I don't really know how good this guy was because look at what I was doing. I was just rushing. I was treating him like he was the worst player in the world. And whether he's not the worst player in the world. To say the least, he's not the worst player in the world. I saw that Giddey and thought he was, but you know, he's throwing some baits and stuff, and now I'm stunned because all of a sudden he's hitting pick and pop threes with Cat, and I'm down 4. I was just up 8. I'm like, all right, I guess like I'm gonna just keep trying to play the way I was because I really didn't give him the credit he deserved yet. And I was just coming off screens, shooting bricks, just starting to get mad. That's really the downfall. He's dunking the ball through my body. He's got the elbow. Everything is not going my way now. Everything's going against me. He's needle threading passes to white threes, and all of a sudden I'm down 9 in the second quarter, and I'm stunned. So I go ahead and get my bench in there. I'm just trying to make sure that it's a game. We're kind of just trading buckets, playing sideways. For right now, it's like, all right, he goes up 10, he goes up 8, just trying to get into the end of this half here. Like I'm thinking in my head, like cut it to 4 or something like that. Like there's no need to catch all the way back up right now. I realize this game's going the distance now. Like it is what it is. I'm not going to get my early quit that I thought I was going to get when it was 15-7, and I'm going into halftime now like down 9, and I'm stunned. I don't even know what to think. I'm like, this game's super winnable. He's got Giddy. Let me turn off my webcam, just lock in and play my game. Like there's no reason that I should lose this game, even after that whole entire awful end of first quarter or end of second quarter, whatever it was. That played bad pretty much the whole game. Like I'm not even gonna lie. So now I'm down 10, down 9, whatever it is, and we're still just playing sideways. I finally get myself back into 7 or whatever it might be. Then he'll go down and hit a 3. Just trading buckets, playing sideways. I can't really string together a run. I'm trying to send these double teams and it's not working. Like, don't really know what to do. I'm trying to kind of play a little bit more of a competitive type game now, so I'm being a lot more patient than I was in the second quarter. And I know that I'm not going to get a quit. I know that at the very most now, I'm just going to be able to win the game. So now there's a couple minutes left in the game. I'm down 8. I get to the hoop. I miss. I try and go back up with it. I try and paint mash like everybody else. It doesn't work. So he's running on the break with Dr. J, throwing it over to Levine, like just doing like the most simple stuff that like at this point is perfect for him because he's up 8 and I don't even know what to do. So I'm trying to send these doubles. It's not working. Like he's just doing simple things and I just can't get a stop because I'm trying to do everything too much too fast. And now it's a couple minutes left in the game and I'm down 8 points. So I need to string together like 3 stops. We actually get one. I'm like, all right, great, run. That's fine. Like, take your time here. Just cut this down to 5 on this possession. Look for a 3. Just look for a 3. Not a big deal. Cut it to 5 and we'll go from there. I get the mismatch. I change my mind. And then all of a sudden he's going to foul me. So now it's just going to be one of these types of games. Throw it back out to Melo off the pick and pop. Green my shot. It's only a 2. That's fine. 2 possession game realistically. 1 minute and 49 seconds left. Totally can do this, just need to stop. I don't know what I was thinking. I hit square, give him a foul, whatever, he scores. And now I'm just shooting smothers out the corner with the Kembe. I don't even know what's going on. I've pretty much just realized that I was in a great position in second. Just beat a 2K League player and came out here and lost to a dude who had Josh Giddey on the floor. All because I was just trying to be way too fast-paced. I tried to put it into overdrive and it didn't work. I should have just slowed down right in the first quarter and played the game differently, just slower. That's really it. You know, I might green a 3 here with the Kembe, but spoiler alert, I end up losing. So it is what it is. You know, I'm trying anything to get back in this game. Finally, the high-paced, high-pressure type of game that I was trying to play finally starts working out until it doesn't, and I just throw a terrible pass because I'm sitting there stunned. Like, I don't even know what to do. I've pretty much given up at this point. You know, I might hit one more 3 or whatever, but I just know that it's too little too late. And I do know for a fact, like, if this was a 5-minute quarter game or if there was one more quarter, like, I would have won. It would have been fine. Like, eventually I would have got myself on a run because not only was my team a lot better than his, like, this dude wasn't anything incredible. I was just throwing bad passes and throwing too many doubles. And it's just disappointing, man, because, like, I mean, yeah, I was only 90 minutes in or whatever it was in a second, but it was my second qualifier ever, and, you know, I'm sitting there in second, just beat a 2K League player, and I come out and lose to a dude that's running Giddey. I get out of the game. It's over. I'm not even on the boards no more. I can't play anymore. And that's it, guys. That's it. I tried, and we'll be back soon. I just wanted to get this up on YouTube, so in case y'all missed the stream, y'all know what happened. I made a really good run at it, but in the end, I ended up selling the bag. Simple as. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.